Merry Brexmas! It's finally happened. The UK and the EU have agreed on a post-Brexit trade deal. In this video, we discuss what it means for travel and the changes that are still being hammered out in the post-Brexit trade agreement. It is clear that it will take a number of years to work out the real effects of Brexit, but we have managed to pick out a number of the headlines for when travelling between the UK and the EU for nationals of the two parties. A few things have changed. A number of new rules that we already knew about are already outlined, and most surprisingly, a number of agreements will not change. Which means that Brexit was in name only, in certain aspects. And then there are matters that have been missed and removed, which will come as a blow. But first, we want to thank you for joining us. Find us on all the other social media channels, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and click that bell to get notified when we release a new video. We also appreciate your likes and comments below, as it helps to support our channel. It's been 4.5 years since the UK voted to leave the EU. After months of negotiations, Britain and the EU have agreed a trade deal. But the details are still being worked out, and negotiations will continue for years to come. What we do know is that travel has changed forever, and services have been left out of the agreement. Therefore, it will not be as easy as it once was to travel around Europe and provide services, or settle in another part of Europe. It is not a so merry Brexmas for travellers and those that want to be free to settle or move anywhere in the European Union and the UK for its citizens. Britain and the European Union agreed to a free trade agreement yesterday, a week before the transition period is due to end. Now both the UK Parliament and Europe must sign off on the deal. MPs will be summoned back to Parliament on December 30th to vote on the deal. The Labour leader, Keir Starmer, said the agreement was thin, but it was better than no deal at all. The European Commission is sending the draft text to the remaining 27 European member states. The EU's chief Brexit negotiator is set to brief EU ambassadors in an extraordinary meeting. Because of the short time frame, the EU Parliament will not be able to fully ratify the agreement until next year. Citizens of the UK and EU will no longer be able to enjoy free movement to live, work, and study between the two areas. UK nationals travelling to the EU's Schengen passport-free zone can only stay for 90 days in every 180-day period. EU nationals can visit the UK for up to 180 days under the current UK visit visa rules. Here's how they compromised and what will change. Fishing rights. London and Brussels agreed to a 5.5-year transition period on fisheries. Here, the UK will get increased access to its own waters, whilst there will be reduced access for EU countries. Law enforcement. Despite not wanting to do so, the UK has agreed to stay in the European Convention of Human Rights, so that standards on both sides of the Channel remain the same. The UK will also lose access to the Schengen Information System. The SIS is the largest information sharing system for security and border management in Europe. Nonetheless, both sides will continue to share passenger name records from airlines and PROM, a cross-border database of DNA and fingerprints. Dispute resolution mechanism. The UK got its wish and will no longer be under the jurisdiction of the European Court of Justice. Independent arbitration will be sought whenever there is a disagreement. Free movement agreements. Visas will now be required for stays over 90 days. Which means Britons can no longer freely move to the EU to live, work, or study, and vice versa. Trade. There will be zero tariffs and zero quotas on all goods that comply with the appropriate rules of origin, so in that respect, not much changes. Except, there will be extra checks at borders, such as safety checks and customs declarations. But this doesn't apply to services. The UK's summary of the deal states that the agreement significantly builds on the parties' commitments under the World Trade Organization rules and locks in market access across substantially all sectors. Temporary entry and stay for business purposes. The agreement allows for travel by UK and EU business persons. The provisions give UK firms and individuals the ability to engage in business activity and deliver services in the EU when the transition period ends. The agreement allows for short-term business visitors for establishment purposes, intra-corporate transferees, contractual service suppliers, and independent professionals. The ability to travel and not have market access restrictions or discriminatory barriers on business persons falling into these categories. It means that business visitors also fall in line with already agreed visit and tourism travel requirements and arrangements. This includes the ability for UK short-term business visitors to travel to the EU for 90 days in any 180-day period, with EU nationals having 180 days to enter into the UK and conduct business matters. Each side has agreed not to impose work permits on business visitors for establishment purposes. But there seems to be some form of an understanding to facilitate the easing of burdens on future visa and work permit applicants. It guarantees that intra-corporate transferees can be accompanied by their partners and dependents when placed abroad with minimal administrative burdens. It may mean that in future, the EU and the UK may facilitate some form of easing of visa and travel requirements between the two parties. Mutual recognition of professional qualifications. The UK and the EU have agreed on a framework for the recognition of qualifications between the parties. From early 2021, the UK government will provide help and guidance to UK regulatory authorities and professional bodies to help them benefit from these provisions, as well as other recognition paths. These provisions can be changed at any time, with the agreement of both parties. Agreements will be negotiated on a profession-by-profession basis. Legal services. The agreement will give UK solicitors, barristers, and advocates the right to advise their clients across the EU on UK and public international law, using their home professional titles, except where EU member states have placed specific limits on this activity. Where EU member states require UK lawyers to register in order to provide advice on UK and public international law, the agreement makes clear this cannot mean pre-qualification or admission to the local legal profession. Erasmus. Britain withdrew from the Erasmus student exchange programme. The UK has instead announced the launch of a new scheme, named after mathematician and wartime codebreaker, Alan Turing. Social Security Coordination. If either party's citizens move between the UK and the EU after the 31st of December 2020, their social security position, in respect of certain important benefits, like pensions and healthcare, are protected. Individuals will be able to have access to a range of social security benefits, including reciprocal healthcare cover and an uprated state pension. Cross-border workers and their employers are only liable to pay social security contributions in one state at a time. Generally, this will be in the country where work is undertaken, irrespective of whether the worker resides within the EU or the UK, or indeed, whether the employer is based in the EU or the UK. The UK and EU member states will be able to take into account relevant contributions paid into each other's social security systems, or relevant periods of work or residence by individuals for determining entitlement to a state pension and to a range of benefits. This will provide a good level of protection for people working in the UK and EU member states. The protocol also provides for the uprating of the UK state pension paid to pensioners who retire to the EU. On healthcare, the European Health Insurance Card will be back in play. Where the UK or an EU member state is responsible for the healthcare of an individual, they will be entitled to reciprocal healthcare cover. This includes certain categories of cross-border workers and state pensioners who retire to the UK or to the EU. In addition, the protocol will ensure necessary healthcare provisions continue similar to those provided by the European Health Insurance Card scheme. This means individuals who are temporarily staying in another country, for example a UK national, who is in an EU member state for a holiday, will have their necessary healthcare needs met for the period of their stay. It also protects the ability of individuals to seek authorization to receive planned medical treatment in the UK or the EU, funded by their responsible state. UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson hailed the agreement with the EU as a comprehensive Canada-style free trade deal. The Commission has released an infographic detailing what else will change come December 31st. Check out the infographic on the link to the article below. What are your thoughts on the new Brexit trade deal? Does it go far enough, or is it too much? Comment below. IAM can help with your visa application to Europe, the United States, the UK, and other countries. If you need help with a US visa, a UK visa, or visa to Europe, including help with appointment booking obligations, IAM can help. For more information and advice on US immigration, UK immigration law, and EU visa applications, or if you need any help or assistance, please reach out to your visa coordinator at IAM. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more travel and visa updates.